For over 2 decades, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been one of television's most enduring couples. From their whirlwind romance on All My Children to co-hosting Live with Kelly and Mark, they've shown the world that even in the glare of fame, true partnership can thrive. Kelly has long been a morning TV favorite. Her quick wit, infectious laugh, and boundless energy have made her a household name. And beside her, Mark, actor, father, and husband, has been both her greatest supporter and, more recently, her co-host. Together, they've become more than just a couple on camera. They've become a symbol of love that endures, evolves, and grows stronger with time. But behind the cameras, behind the smiles and on-screen chemistry, there was a deeply personal moment, one that caught even Mark off guard. A moment that left the usually composed, charming co-host emotional in a way fans had never seen before. To understand it, we have to go back. Kelly and Mark met in 1995, when they were both young, ambitious, and finding their footing in Hollywood. Their chemistry was instant, so instant that they eloped the following year. What followed was a marriage that defied the odds of celebrity life. They raised 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, while juggling 2 demanding careers. Over the years, fans have watched them tease each other on screen, share family stories, and exchange those knowing glances that only couples with deep history understand. But as their children grew older and left home, a new chapter began, one filled with reflection, nostalgia, and the quiet ache of change. In a recent moment that friends describe as raw and unexpected, Mark found himself overwhelmed with emotion. It happened, fittingly, at home, away from the cameras, away from the audience. Kelly had just finished flipping through old photo albums, preparing for a Live with Kelly and Mark segment about empty nesting. But as she looked at the images of their kids through the years, she paused, smiled softly, and said something that caught Mark completely off guard. According to insiders close to the couple, Kelly told him she had written a letter, one she planned to read live on air, a letter to him. Not as a co-host, not as a celebrity husband, but as the father of her children and the man who had been her partner through every chapter of life. When she read it aloud, even in the privacy of their living room, her words hit deep. She spoke about the years of chaos, school runs, dance recitals, football games, and how through it all, Mark had been her constant. Her letter ended with a simple but powerful line: "If I had to do it all again, I'd still choose you." Witnesses say Mark's composure broke. For a man known for his confidence, his poise, and his strength, it was a rare moment of vulnerability. Tears filled his eyes as he pulled Kelly close. Later, he would tell friends it was the most emotional moment of his marriage in years. It wasn't about fame or success. It was about realizing that after decades of shared life, ups and downs, laughter and struggle, what they'd built together was unshakable. Fans caught a glimpse of that emotion when Kelly shared part of the letter on Live with Kelly and Mark. The studio fell silent. Viewers saw Mark wipe away a tear, and the clip quickly spread online. Comments flooded social media. One fan wrote, "Mark's reaction reminded me that love isn't about grand gestures, it's about growing old with your best friend." Another said, "Kelly and Mark are proof that marriage can last, even in Hollywood." For Mark, that moment wasn't just touching, it was grounding. He later admitted that hearing Kelly's words reminded him how fleeting time is, and how grateful he is to have built a life that still feels new after all these years. Their story isn't about perfection, it's about persistence, about weathering fame, family, and the inevitable changes that come with both. Kelly and Mark have spent decades letting the world into their lives, but this was something more, a glimpse into the quiet, emotional truth behind the laughter. And maybe that's why their love resonates so deeply. It's real, it's imperfect, and it's still unfolding. So what do you think? Did you expect to see Mark Consuelos, the ever-composed co-host we watch every morning, brought to tears by Kelly's words? Let us know in the comments below.